think I want to try out Loot Hoarders in this list. They're still pretty good off Barnes, they're fairly good off N'Zoth, and I just feel like I haven't had enough card draw. Plus having some more stuff to do in the early game seems like a good idea. And this Assassinate's been bad, like every time I've drawn it. And this Deadly Poison card just kinda sucks now that Blade Flurry doesn't exist. So I'm gonna try out these changes, I think.
Valera versus Rexar.
Let the hunt begin.
Watch your back.
Alright, these cards all suck. Shadow Strike is good against like Cloaked Huntress or an Animal Companion, but I think I need this guy to win the game. Pretty good hand. Turn 1 Journey Below, turn 2 Eviscerate as threat, turn 3 Barnes. It figures now that I put in the 2 Loot Hoarders, I actually draw Barnes in the opening hand. I actually drew a pretty good follow-up to the Barnes too. Let's take the Harvest Golem as an early game card. Have enough huge minions in this list.
Such big teeth I have.
Since he didn't play something worth eviscerating this turn, the prep is a pretty nice pickup. So that next turn can be coin Barnes and then prep either Fan or Eviscerate. Probably won't be Fan with this thing on the board. Huffer was by far the worst one for me there. Because any of the 3 I would have eviscerated.
Tonight, a tale of wonder and magic.
That's what I like to see. Obviously don't want to pop the Grandmother, I just take more damage. Freaking Loot Hoarder, man. So much luck into unluck. I mean, this is still a good 4-drop, let's be honest.
Tonight, a tale of long lost worlds.
Don't worry, love. The cavalry's here.
Oh, the Shadow Step is so good. I can clear his board with Fan of Knives here. That's probably worth doing. Clear his board with Fan of Knives, Shadow Step my 1 health Barnes, and then my next turn can be Barnes plus either Shadow Strike or Harvest Golem depending on the situation. I think I like the look of that.
Here we go.
On with the show.
To my side.
Always Huffer, man. To be fair though, that backstab is a pretty hot draw. Let's lead with the Harvest Golem in case of snipe. Got him.
Tonight, a tale of terrible tragedy.
That's what I like to see. Okay, even if he plays high main here, I can clear with Shadow Strike Shiv. If he hadn't rolled double Huffer, I would be at 26 right now. And the difference between being at 18 and 26 from this position is probably like 25% win rate or something. It's a really big deal. So if it's freeze, I want to send in Barnes first because I want Barnes to be frozen, obviously. But then if I do that, and one of these is explosive trap, my whole board gets wiped. If it's snakes, I have fan, so that's fine. Could just go face, so that if it's explosive, this guy lives, and I get a 4/4, and then just Shadow Strike this guy. Don't even have to bother triggering snakes.
Choose soon.
On with the show.
I think I just like it like this the best. Cat trick is a bit unfortunate there. I guess if I knew it was cat trick, I could have used my dagger instead of... Oh, I thought I hit the end turn button already. I guess if I knew it was cat trick, I could have used the dagger instead of the shiv. Would have saved me 1 HP.
Come, midnight.
Alright, just another secret. Not that big a deal. If I had 8 more HP, I could go backstab fan this guy dagger, but I think I'm low enough that I'm not willing to use my dagger to take 3 here. Probably just need to clear with this guy, backstab here, send this guy in. Probably pop this guy because I need the damage. I think I'll still backstab instead of Shadow Strike or something because I really want to play Barnes. Just go ahead and pop this guy, I guess. Alright, so it's not freeze or snakes or anything like that.
Tonight, a tale of terrible tragedy.
Mind if I roll need?
These loot hoarders are gonna be the death of me. Alright, loot hoarder. Here's your job. Good job, loot hoarder. That's a good loot hoarder. So this isn't cat freezing snakes. It's like guaranteed to be explosive trap, right? I think I need to attack into it though because I need the damage. So I'm pretty sure it's guaranteed explosive. I probably just want to trade this guy into rag. I was thinking about just trying to ignore it. Oh, actually, I can Shadow Strike face for damage at this point. That's probably not worth it though, because this guy's gonna die off anyway. And if I, like, Shadow Strike face, that means I have to leave up Rag, and then Rag just probably kills a minion anyway. So that damage is probably not worth it. And I'm actually going to play out the Summoner before attacking. I guess it could still be Bear. Play the Summoner first just to get more power on the board. I'm a little bit off lethal. Maybe I can burgle into it. Hunter has a few cards that deal damage. So I have 13, 14, 15, 19 damage. There's nothing in my deck that can actually give me lethal, I don't believe. If I shivved into Thalnos, it would only be 1. Didn't quite get it.
On with the show.
Here we go too soon.
Well played.
Well played.
I actually got extraordinarily unlucky that game. Got Loot Hoarder off Barnes and Yashiraj. He rolled 2 Huffers. If either of those animal companions wasn't a Huffer, I would have won that game.
Valir versus Jaina.
You asked for it. Watch your back.
I guess I will keep the Loot Hoarder. It's pretty bad against like Mana Worm and stuff. But if it forces out a hero power, that slows him down. If it trades with a Sorcerer's Apprentice, that's obviously very good. Holding it does give me less chance to draw Barnes though.
Mind if I roll need?
Let the pain speak to me.
That's definitely not what I wanted to see. The only way to prevent this from drawing 2 is to Shadow Step my own Loot Hoarder, and that just seems like a poor use of the card. So I guess I'll just kill the Acolyte, let it draw 2. Terrible, terrible hand. The question here is dagger or shiv. How badly do I need to draw a card? If I Shiv here, 22 of the 23 cards in my deck are playable next turn. So I guess that means I actually don't need to Shiv.
Here we go.
In before I draw N'Zoth. Although to be fair, like Preparation and Shadow Step are also terrible draws. Well, now it's time to Shiv, I guess. Oh, if I had Shiv'd last turn.
Here we go.
And my Barnes is actually not that good right now. I still have my 3 worst targets in the deck, and then 2 Twilight Summoners.
On fire. Excuse me, you are on fire.
Jeez, these draws. Let's go for the Barnes. Give me a Twilight Summoner.
Wonder and magic.
Not even sure if it's worth Shadow Stepping Barnes anymore. Probably just gonna play Sylvanas next turn. The Barnes is still pretty good, even though I don't have great targets left. If I leave it up, I think there's a very good chance it dies.
Choose soon.
I'm gonna not Shadow Step here. I think I want the Barnes on the board to fight his minions. Seems like this deck might be kind of aggressive, although the Acolyte of Pain seems to indicate that it's not that aggressive. I think the Aggro Freeze Mage plays Acolyte of Pain though. I have 5 targets left in my deck for Barnes. If I Shadow Stepped it and got Thalnos off of it, this Phantom Knives would be really, really strong. But I don't think that's worth risking. I think I'm just gonna prep the Fan and then probably play Sylvanas. The Fan is still pretty relevant here. Lets me kill these guys easily and then Barnes can go into that.
I have no time for games.
Just starting on the face plan already, huh? At least his pressure hasn't been very high this game. I guess I'm just gonna kill this guy and play out some dudes. Play Loot Hoarder first in case it's Mirror Entity for some reason. Pretty sure it's Ice Block. Maybe next turn I'll finally Shadow Step the Barnes. Maybe next turn I Shadow Step N'Zoth. It'll only cost 8 mana. Not sure how many Death Rattles I've had die though.
Whoops.
Yeah, that seemed like the wrong order. Maybe freezing that 5/5 would have been a good play. I don't think I've had that many Death Rattles die for N'Zoth, but he might be worth Shadow Stepping just to put a 5/7 on the board. I can prep out the Shadow Strike here, kill the Doomsayer. I have had 1 Twilight Summoner die. Have I had a Loot Hoarder die? I think so.
Choose soon.
Let's go for that. Have to start with the prep.
Mind if I roll need?
Someday I'll be just like you.
Pretty unlucky for me that he had both Frost Novas.
Here we go.
Save myself 3 damage. Unfortunately, I had to take damage off that Loot Hoarder. At 17, I'm probably just dead to burn spells.
Someday I'll be just like you.
So I need to deal 24 damage to this turn to have any chance. I have 15, 16, 19, 23. This is pretty likely to give me some damage. 15, 20, 21, 23. Alright, so I can pop him,
Hey, give me that.
but I'm pretty sure he's just gonna have the burn to kill me.